What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for being here. I know it's been a while since I put up a video, about 3 weeks now, but end of the year, work is getting hectic. That's just how it goes. Hopefully soon I'll have plenty more time to be at home with my family and to make videos like this. This week we're going to talk about a recent purchase I got, and it is an Evercade cartridge. I bought a couple of those. They're on sale, and this one is probably by far my favorite cartridge. That, of course, is number 8. Mega Cat Studios Collection 1. Now this game comes with 10 games, and a lot of these are just kind of rip-offs. I'm not going to say rip-offs is a rough word. A lot of these are kind of clones of games that you have already played and you enjoy, but this is one of the most fun cartridges I've ever played. These games are hilarious. That's the best part, is they're so funny. They're just done right, and they're fun to play too. There's one game not a fan of, but the rest, the other 9, gosh, they are time killers. Great games. So, without further ado, we're going to go through each game. I'll give you my synopsis, give it a rating 1 out of 10, and hopefully this might change your mind or persuade you to pick it up. Let's find out. So this first game is called Almost Hero. And I don't like this game. This is the one I did not like. It's a side-scrolling beat-em-up along the vein of Double Dragon and Battletoads and all that good stuff. It's just way too easy to get stun-locked in this game by the enemies, and you can't really do it yourself to them. I think the controls are just too loose, and the hitboxes are just too big. I'm not a fan of this game. If you like this game, rock on. I give it like a 3 out of 10. This next game is also a side-scrolling beat-em-up, but it's much better than the first one. This game is called Coffee Crisis. And in this game, you are proprietors of a coffee shop, and you must battle aliens that have invaded Earth, and they're stealing your Wi-Fi. It is freaking hilarious. The art is great, the story is great, the action is amazing. I love this game. I've played it so much now. It is just a good, solid game. 10 out of 10 the whole way. Here we have Creepy Brawlers. This is a boxing sports game. Now, somebody played a ton of Mike Tyson's Punch-Out and said, I want to make the exact same game, but I got to make it look different. So here you have Creepy Crawlers. You're in an underworld fighting championship. You're fighting against all these crazy monsters. It's a fun game, but it is a Mike Tyson clone. If you've played Mike Tyson's Punch-Out, you've played this game before. I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. Next up, we have a game called Justice Duel, or Joust for short. I'm just kidding, it's not called Joust for short, but I'm not kidding when I say this is Joust. The fun thing is, you get to pick an ex-president, and I love picking Abraham Lincoln, and you get to ride a bald eagle to the fight. How cool is that? But you joust, that's what you do. This game is hilarious, and it is fun. I'll give it an 8 out of 10. Next up, another puzzle game called Old Towers. In this game, your character zooms across the screen. Whatever direction you push, he starts moving that direction like the Juggernaut and will not stop until he hits a wall or another obstacle. This is a really cool game where you have to think ahead on how you're going to solve the puzzle. Because once again, you can get yourself trapped in this game as well. And once you hit certain switch boxes, the environment changes and you gotta think again and zoom in and zoom here. It's really cool, all the while avoiding enemies. This is a solid 9 out of 10. The only reason it's not a 10 out of 10 because the music gets a bit annoying. So our next puzzle game is called Multi-Dude. This is an amazing game. You are this little dude and you're accompanied by other little dudes as the levels progress, and you all have different abilities, and those abilities will help you solve these puzzles and get to the next level. And they start out super basic where you just walk across the screen and you solve the puzzle, and they very quickly get to where you are having to reset the game because you just got yourself in a pinch. And that's one of the fun things I like about this game, where it won't end if you do something wrong. You are just stuck there and you have to physically reset the game. I like that. This is a fun game. This is a 10 out of 10 for me. Here we have Log Jammers. It's another sports game. Really cool game. You and the opponent, you're on logs and you're throwing axes back and forth against each other, and you have to get past them, i.e. kind of like soccer. Depending on who you fight or who you pick, it's easier or harder because every character has different attributes. And fun game. It can be frustrating because sometimes the CPU opponent acts like a vacuum cleaner and just catches everything. Aside from that, this is enjoyable. I would give it a 7 out of 10. Yeah, it's a fun game. Graphics aren't that great. It gets boring quick. Our first puzzle game is called Little Medusa. In this game, you are Medusa, and you use your stone stair to freeze enemies and use them to create pathways and portals and fix traps and shaky ground and all that good stuff. It's a fun game. The difficulty starts low, but it spikes up relatively quick. I enjoy this game. I enjoy puzzle games, and this is a puzzle game done right. Also, it looks great. It reminds me of the old NES 8-bit RPGs. I'm good with all of that. This is a 10 out of 10. Next up is a game called Super Painter. It's another puzzle game, and it's kind of in the same vein as Cubert, where you gotta cross all the blocks and change them to different colors. And once you get all the blocks on the screen changed to the particular color, you're allowed to advance. I will tell you right now, as fun as it is, it's almost like you are on ice, and if you hold down the move arrow too long, you will run right off the edge and not realize it. So there's a tip for you. Play the game, enjoy the game, but be careful how quick you move and how long you hold down the movement button. Anyway, this game is probably an 8 out of 10. It's very basic. It is fun, but it's very basic. And last on our list is a game called Tanzir, or as us 40-plus-year-old people like to call it, Strider. So yes, this game is a run and gun, hack and slash, platform, whatever you want to call it. This is a Strider clone. Is it as fun as Strider? Yes. Yes it is. I enjoy it. There's a couple puzzles thrown in there to mix it up. But yeah, this game, you run around, you kill things, you collect points, you collect coins, you kill bosses. It's a great game. If you like Strider, or really anything in that realm, you're going to love Tanzir. I highly suggest it. 10 out of 10. Well, there you have it. Those are the 10 games that come with the Mega Cat Studios Collection Volume 1. And like I said, those games are hilarious. I love playing them. Not only are they fun to play, but man, they make me laugh every time. You guys can find me at retrobengaming@gmail.com if you want to reach out to me. If you like this video, feel free to leave a comment, give it a thumbs up, share it, or subscribe if you're not. You don't got to, but if you got time, go for it. That'd be fun. As always, find some time this week to play a game. Doesn't have to be any of these games, but just play any game. Be good people, be good to those around you, and keep on gaming.